Yo, what up, y'all? It's Killer B, the Witch Fighter General again. You got witch, I'm burning their asses up. Yo, this shit crazy, yo. Judith, yo, they over there live right now, right? And half the people on the panel and half the viewers watching are just like Chris Harris. They all over there cheerleading for John Sonnetter, right? And all of them niggas, if they already haven't been exposed to being just like him, yo, I can't believe Judah Nazar up there sitting there like he ain't never done nothing. Judah Nazar is the ringleader of all this shit. Yo, Sonnetter, man, you gotta teach me how to play chess, yo. I don't know how to play chess, yo. I really don't. I really don't. Like, you gotta teach me how to do this. Cause I'd rather just knock niggas down shit than go through all this shit, yo. Yo, I don't even see the benefit. I guess it's the benefit because you get money off these dumb motherfuckers and shit. I guess that's how you play in chess. I feel you. I don't fault you for it. I really don't. I really don't. But this shit is just crazy, yo. It is like I don't see how you got patience for this, yo. I really don't. I really don't see how you have patience for this shit. It can just sit there with a straight face while these niggas just be kissing your motherfucking ass like you got Elder Yara sitting up there like he the goddamn he one of the assistants of the gay water or he a CEO or something. Judah Nazar is like the gay prison nigga and shit. You know that nigga that always got his shirt tied up in a knot and shit in front and shit with his stomach with Kool-Aid on his lips. That's Judah Nazareth sitting right there. Yeah, Warden, tell him. I'm right here for you, Warden. Don't worry about it. Judah Nazareth sit up there like ain't shit go, like he ain't never done none of this shit. Judah Nazareth just, yo, they just had this nigga on the chopping block the other day. And they're gonna continue to have him on the chopping block. He's gonna be back on the chopping block in 2 weeks. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Judah, this is where Chris learned all that shit from, son. So Judah, I mean, Chris Harris has seen how this shit has worked for Judah Nazareth. So he's like, fuck it. I'm following right in this nigga footsteps and doing the same goddamn shit. And that's exactly what he been doing. And these niggas just go back and forth with shit. So I keep making dollars, they keep making zero. And they keep making zero, yo. This shit is crazy, my nigga. Yo, I ain't never seen no shit like this. And Apostle said some real shit. He said, I was beefing with Sonnetter. And nigga came to me and said, yo, he got AIDS and shit. He said, that nigga ain't got AIDS. That's some real shit. I give that shit to Apostle. Like, I ain't got no beef with the homeboy and shit. Like, he be wilding. Like, he's too much into this Israelite doctrine thing, which he does know. It. Um, but he just got to wake up that shit's a con game. It's just a con game. And when he wake up, he gonna be like, God damn, like this. I've been fucking. I'm a good dude, but I really been fucked up thinking I'm a good dude and shit. Like, no, good dude acting like this. Like, you know what I mean? But shout out to Apostle, yo, man. Shout out to Apostle, old school head. But God damn, man, for keeping it 100, because a lot of people wouldn't do that shit. Like, right? I don't know what they were beefing about or whatever, but that nigga ain't really caused no harm. I ain't never heard that dude like talk crazy about nobody or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? He might have some views that aren't like, you know what I mean, good for the community or good for other people and stuff. But I think like straight up, like he all right dude. Like, you know what I mean? He just got this thing going on that he got to work his way through, right? But as following the good stuff that you supposed to do, I see him doing it. I don't see none of these other niggas doing it. Yara sitting up here, he the biggest motherfucking liar of everybody. This nigga sitting up here like, you know what I'm saying? Like he really like an elder, or like niggas should be looking up. That nigga crazy as fucking all hell. I done told you I done call this crew sniff cocaine on the goddamn live screen, everything, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do that, don't be on here calling yourself the Yahweh War Machine, nigga. Call yourself the Yahweh Coke Machine, motherfucker. But um, the pa sit up there fake as all hell. Like, hey, he need to get rid of her. Like, I'm not saying get rid of her, stop messing with her and stuff like that. But she's a bad look for his platform. She is really a bad look. Like she just do what she wanna do. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing you do that shit on your own time, on your own shit. But when you up on somebody else shit and they trying to tell you to chill, and you just decide I'm just gonna do. I don't care. I don't care. I do what I want. I do what I want. Remember like South Park? He's like, I don't care. I don't care. I do what I want. Like, you know what I mean? That shit crazy, and everybody say that too. Even the people that like it, like, yo, she'll ruin the whole goddamn show. Open her mouth for 5 seconds and shit, kill the whole vibe. But Sarnetta, you gotta teach me how to play chess, bro, because I ain't got the patience for that shit, nigga. I had to leave. Like, I was trying to enjoy myself. I was just trying to get into it. And then I see Judah Nazareth up in there with a wrench, and he said, well, Sarnetta and stuff got Devion Punk behind up in there. Devion a straight punk, nigga. He be the nigga that the one of them niggas be punking and have sitting up in the cell, can't leave the cell and shit. That'd be Devion. One of them niggas can't leave the cell and shit. Nigga, Devion, if your daddy could watch Sarnetta from prison and see you over here with this bullshit, nigga, that you better not go to jail, nigga. Your daddy might do something to you. You go to prison, nigga. Don't ever do no crime, nigga. Stay in this shit. Don't ever do no crime, nigga. Your daddy would be a fucking shame to your motherfucker. Following behind Judah, booty clapping Nazareth. Judah sit up there like he ain't never done none of this shit, yo. That shit is crazy, yo. That shit is crazy. He sit up there like dead serious. And just it wasn't it's not even 3 weeks ago. Judah Nazareth called us on another boot bandit and all the shit that he was originally saying way back in the day, talking about the pie, all that shit. I hear the pie sitting there talking, chilling with that nigga, like everything all good and shit. Like that nigga ain't gonna do that shit again. Yo, this shit crazy, yo. Yo, they gotta be like, they gotta be working together just to get some money, yo. Like it has to be, like it has to be a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see him taking all this controversy and shit and getting money off. I don't blame him because there's a bunch of stupid motherfuckers that's gonna like. And I'm not trying to fuck up his bread like that, but I'm just saying like the people that should know better. The people that don't, stay your ass over there, nigga, and keep spending that money and hitting them like buttons and getting that views for homeboy so he can make some bread. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas is made for a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? So the ones that's there that's supposed to be there, keep your behind over there. Stay there. I hope you don't never wake up. The people that should know better, y'all should know better. Straight like that. Straight like that. This shit crazy, my nigga. This shit is crazy, my nigga. Yo, what up, free thinker? Yeah, this shit crazy, yo. This shit crazy as hell. Let me drop the link, yo. This shit crazy as all hell, nigga. I couldn't even stomach it. I couldn't stomach it. I was just like, yo, this shit is crazy to the son of a bitch. Yo, if all them niggas, I could take all them niggas that's over there and show like their role that would be like in a penitentiary and shit. Like Apostle be that old Muslim nigga and shit that got life and shit. You know what I'm saying? He just care about, you know what I'm saying, teaching the brothers Islam, stay on their deen and all this bullshit. Like I can see that's Apostle shit. Like I said, Judah Nazareth is a nigga that wait, hold on, let me put this link up there. They get a link, everybody will come out and talk. Judah Nazareth, the homo nigga and shit, that they got the Kool-Aid on his lips and got his prison shirt like tied up in a knot and shit. He done made a bikini out of his prison uniform. They cut the behind out of his prison shorts and everything. Like, don't worry, well, don't worry. When the warden signed, we got it under control and stuff. And what's the name? Motherfucker, I tell. Yo, this shit is hilarious, yo. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting here looking at Judah. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga? And son acting like he gotta like, yo, this shit crazy, yo. This shit is just that shit is too much for me. I can't do that shit, yo. I really can't. I really can't do that shit, yo. That shit is too fucking funny for me, yo. That shit is way too funny for me. You know, Chris Harris is the nigga. I tell. Like he said, like he was telling motherfuckers. So I gave him $600 for that JJ six with the white girl and shit. The JJ 7,000 shit. You give him all that information, 600. He told me three. Sonetta gave me $300. Now you tell another motherfucker gave him $600. That shit unreal, yo. That shit just unreal. And Judah Nazar was like, Chris Harris is supposed to give all that information to me. And he give it to Sonetta. I'm looking at Chris like, nigga, why would you give this shit to Sonetta? Sonetta is the cause of all this shit, nigga. Like he's the ringleader. Like not saying direct ringleader, but like he told JJ to go do all this shit. No, but he the nigga that promote all these motherfuckers that do all this shit. Like he promotes the niggas that do this shit. Like you know what I'm saying? So like I'm like, nigga, why would you go to that motherfucker to give him the information? Why? Because Chris will sell his motherfucking behind. That's why. He sell his behind for $5. Dead ass. Judah Nazareth sell his behind. We already see Judah Nazareth literally Judah Nazareth won't even sell his behind. Judah Nazareth give his behind away. We already seen the websites he been up on talking about he'll make his booty clap for this dude and he'll take his thing all the way down his throat and all types of crazy shit. We already seen that with our own eyes. It's fact. It's fact. We already seen that. It's something that got a problem with the LGBTQ community and stuff. Why is Judah Nazareth ass up over there? After I done showed the thing where Judah Nazareth sent me that message by accident talking about it's all right to be gay. Live your life. Be free. Yahweh is with you. Something wrong, man. Something going on, yo. I don't know. I don't get this shit, man. Yo, I'm tired of trying to figure this shit out, yo. This shit is too much for me, man. Too much for me. Well, I just put up a playlist of some Chris Harris videos that I was going at Chris Harris. I put them up. Like, you go to my playlist on my channel, you go see them up there. I got that Trey Tell, man. We're talking about Trey Tell Thomas channel. You go up there and get the videos and stuff. It's hilarious, funny stuff. You even talk about Rob Rack on there. Um, it was funny. Shout out to Empress Janet too. She put up one of my videos on her community page, right? And I clicked on it. I'm like, oh shit, this is Rob Rack. I didn't realize that I made the video. Like, so I'm listening. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this talking? Like, this nigga crazy. I didn't understand. I didn't get it was me. $5 years ago. This a damn shame. This is just a damn shame. I ain't never seen nothing like before in my life. I swear for God, I ain't. I swear for God, I ain't. But shout out to all the real freedom fighters out there like Neo X. You know what I'm saying? Um, I support her 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? And I call shit straight down the middle. Like if she's do some like bugged out shit, like I'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate her. I'm not saying I hate her. If I could might critique something that she do, I was like, you could have did that a little bit better. Or like, you know what I'm saying? I don't exactly agree with you. That's just my opinion. Like, but I still fuck with her. I love her to death and shit. She one of my favorite people over here. And she keeps that shit 100 and funky. Know what I'm saying? She keeps the shit 100 and funky. And a lot of people want to hang around her because she's real. She 100. And this is one thing I hope she's listening to listen to this shit too. Because I have niggas hanging around her, but they don't give a fuck what she talking about. They hanging around her because she got the upper hand on the people they want to get up to. They want to get they want to get to, right? And they'll hang with her because the people see how sincere and how real she is. So they hang around her to get the people to think that they the same way as her. And in actuality, it don't be. They don't be. They be just as bad as the motherfuckers she getting at. Just like I said half the people watching and half the motherfuckers on the panel is just like the motherfucker they talking about. Straight up. And these niggas is sitting there talking about the nigga and they know goddamn well they exactly like that motherfucker. And I know Sonetta know that shit. I know he know that shit. Me and Sonetta talk once in a while and shit. I know he know that shit. But that this is part of chess. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, God damn, nigga, I can't do that. That's too much shit for me, nigga. I'd rather just run the nigga over with the lawnmower, nigga, just get that shit over with, nigga. For real, I ain't got time to be playing with these niggas like that. Shit. I do not have time for that shit, nigga. I get straight to the point, knock your ass down and shit, and keep it moving. On to the excellent to the next one, motherfucker. I ain't got time for that shit, nigga. You can't get up and walk from me, nigga. Yeah, man. I just couldn't believe it. Yo, just go over there, just listen to what these niggas are saying, yo. The pie over there running her goddamn mouth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been called you all that shit. Chris Harris been called you all that shit long time ago. Yeah, my bad. Yo, so like he knows, so I never know what the fuck he doing. Yeah, the pod got stock at HOK. What up, 240 Gray? 240 Gray, you be talking a whole lot, yo. Oh, somebody on the panel. All right, hold on. Yo, what up, man?
It's me, God. What's up, man?
So you got to watch any of that shit tonight?
Man, that shit is a clown show. I see a
Yeah,
bunch of
yo.
keyboard warriors coming Elder Yara trying to play tough guys. Listen, these
That
dudes,
nigga the worst, that Elder
son,
Yah.
hey, son, better stop it, man. I hope he listens. He better get it together because there's a lot of people out here in the world that don't play that keyboard warrior shit. They don't play that YouTube shit. You understand? A lot of shout outs out here. You don't know who listening to your show. You know what I mean?
Yep,
And somebody might step to you guys.
yeah, yep,
That's all I gotta say. Somebody might step to you guys. See, one thing about Judah Nash, he's a funny dude. He's in Japan. That's why he's talking all that tough shit.
yep,
Because he's not
yep,
in America. But these niggas that's in America, oh, you niggas gotta get it together. Because
yeah,
all y'all information been on the internet for over 15, 16, 17 years. Niggas know your first name, your last name, where you live at, where you used to
yep,
live at. Y'all gotta
yep,
stop playing. Y'all gonna
yeah,
put your life in danger.
yep,
A bunch of keyboard warriors. That's all I saw.
yep, yep. The motherfuckers talk that shit, they can't live it though. They be behind they
Exactly.
motherfuckers and shit. Yeah, when the shit go down, you better be ready when the shit goes down.
And I'm just sitting back and I'm like, look at this shit. And then, he don't think his woman is a problem. I don't understand how come he can't see that.
Yeah, yeah, but like I said,
Hey,
Sarnetta is like the prison warden, and HOK is the penitentiary. And
yeah,
Sarnetta like the warden,
that boy is a
and
cult leader,
all
man.
these niggas want to be in favor of the warden, so they could get their little half a Subway
Yeah,
sandwich.
you heard the butt kissing ass nigga.
Yep. So they can get their little
I
half
don't
a
even know
Subway
who
sandwich.
that dude man, who he was, but oh my god. But
My
that
cousin
other
just came
dude
home.
before Real T came on, that other guy that had the belt, oh he was dropping some serious. Yeah,
Yup.
I like how he was holding his position.
And like that apostle dude, he just like an old nigga and shit. That you know what I'm saying? That nigga probably
They full of
SSI or
you.
some shit.
You
And
notice that
he
with a
study the
yeah, you see
Bible
with
all
the
day, sit in the
apostle.
motherfucking house and make some motherfucking chicken perlo or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? and,
They looking for fame
you
and
know what I'm
glory.
saying? And
But
fry some pork
they
chops up
beef with him. Did they beef with him?
and sit on the
All
internet.
them people that he got on his panel, did they beef with him before?
It's just about that's what I said. I said half the niggas that was on the panel are just like Chris Harris and have been exposed to be just like Chris Harris. Half the niggas on the
Exactly.
panel, and I said half the niggas is viewing it the same motherfucking way. And they all sitting there like they ain't never done no shit like that before.
Exactly.
They, they
Exactly.
just shocked and they just outraged with the behavior of Chris Harris. I'm like, nigga, if you don't sit your bitch ass down, like you know what I'm saying?
Because they think nobody know who they are, killer. They think
Yeah.
we don't know who they are. They think we never seen them before. We never heard them before. We never seen
Yup.
a video with them on a panel before. That's how they think.
Yup.
They think we new jacks like we just coming in. Oh, they don't know who I am. So I can go up there and say whatever. I could be lying my ass off. They're not gonna know. That's how they think. They don't. They think that nobody knows who they are. I had to laugh, man. HOK is deeper with Chris has. Then, then, what are you going to do to him? What are you going to do to him? Because you won't step out of that paradigm and come to the real world. It ain't going to look good. What are you going to do to him? That's a tough job. Let me give you guys a little bit of my background. Back in the 80s, I was a shaka. I'm still a shaka, but I really was a shaka in the 80s. I was part of a crew called the Shower Posse.
Yeah. Like I said, you Sarnetta know what the fuck he doing, and I don't even hate on him for that shit. Cause like I said, some niggas that's what they here for. Like they ain't good for nothing else but that. Like if they just stupid motherfuckers, they meant to be. They here to be a stupid motherfucker. There's no change in them. You can't convert them out of stupidity. So those are the people that's supposed to be over there spending their time, spending their money, getting those views up and everything and shit, so he can get his bag. Then there's motherfuckers that know better, that should know better, and just don't know no better, and they need to wake up and shit. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, and get their ass up from
I
over there
feel you.
listening to that dumb shit. But there's some motherfuckers they meant to do that. They meant to do that shit. I keep in the fucking
Good now?
phone, kicking myself off, yo.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like those dudes, like those other tour night dudes, they got from around them, I guess, because I ain't heard or seen nothing from them. That's good. But that Devion dude, that
Oh
nigga is
yeah,
straight.
yeah, yeah. There's only Davion that's around because I think like three of them disappeared.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
know his one of Judah's
That's
main
been a
supporters,
couple years now.
Leonard Yehuda. I think that's who 240 Gray is. I think that's that Leonard Yehuda nigga and shit. I can tell by the way that nigga be acting up this shit. And a lot of niggas don't see like I know I recognize their habits, like you know what I'm saying, on the internet, like how they talk and like you know what I'm saying, how they move and shit like that. They jokes and shit. Like I be like, you know, I'm like, nigga, I know who the fuck you is, nigga. They be thinking they slick with that shit.
Right.
But a lot of those motherfuckers, just like Unseen Soldier. Unseen Soldier is like the longest reigning tour night. Like he tour night. He been a tour night flunky the whole motherfucking time, nigga. Like he been wanting to be a tour night the whole time. That nigga had the little cube icon and all that bullshit. That nigga was never official tour night. But that nigga was sticking by Judah and shit, all up that nigga behind. After all,
Yeah, because that nigga was teaching that Temple Mount shit.
and that nigga want to try to give me props. Yo, Killer B was right, man. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. With all that shit going on, nigga, you sitting right there, nigga, egging that
Yeah.
nigga on. Yeah, these motherfuckers is weird, yo. But Sonetta, man, you got to get that nigga props to that shit because he got control of all these niggas. Like Chris Harris will come back. All that shit Chris Harris talking. Chris Harris can't wait to come back. He can't wait to come back.
Look, look, all them half of the dudes that was on there came back, left and came back. Got beat, had beat with Sarnet and came back. Apostle was one of them.
Yeah. Look at
Judah
Minister
is one
Inky.
of them.
Yup.
Yeah.
Judah, Minister Inky, all these motherfuckers. I mean, and talk big shit.
So if dudes like Elder Yara and other cats know this, right? Why they so emotional? Why they got
Yep.
so emotional? If they already
Right.
know it's a possibility that the brother can come back on Sarnetta like everybody else. Because Elder
Yep.
Yara was one of them, right? He was one of
Yep.
them that wasn't gonna that said I will never go back to Sarnetta but went back, right?
Yep. Yep.
So it ain't gonna just be um what's his name, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be it ain't gonna just be the MVP doing that, it's gonna be them too. Because if the
Yeah.
MVP go back, they gotta look at themselves like, dang, I came back too, so I can't say nothing to the brother.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep. Yeah.
And then the hypocrisy gonna come in, and you don't want to look like a hypocrite.
Yep. All them niggas
Right?
hypocrites and shit. Them motherfuckers sit there
I
and
don't.
just lie.
I didn't understand why they got so emotional. If they knew it's a possibility, because according to the video and according to Sarnetta's words, he was basically telling them, "I ain't saying I want you back, but if you want to, you can." You feel me?
Yeah.
Like the door was open, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So
Them
right
niggas
there and
smiling
then,
in your face
if I
the
heard
whole
that,
time when taking
I would
pictures.
have never got so emotional like I got. These dudes got emotional tonight. Real
They
emotional.
they want the spot. They want the spot. They want to make the other person look worse so they could get in their spot. So they could be that
Oh
number
yeah.
two, number
I've
three,
been
number
hey,
one guy.
that been going on for years, killer. You know that. That been going on for years.
Yep.
Before dudes came on YouTube, they were doing it on social media, on Facebook.
A nigga fill out and nigga like, oh fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga and shit. They
Uh,
just want to be next in the spot. And that's exactly what
let
Chris
me
Harris is
ask you a
doing.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ask you a question. How long do you think that relationship is going to last, Judah and Simon?
The Judah sign had it 2-3 weeks.
Hey, look,
Watch me. I'm not
hey,
bullshitting.
my
Watch.
man, hey,
Watch.
look,
3 weeks, nigga.
hey,
Three
my
weeks.
man, my man
No
said
more
the
than
thing he said.
no less.
My
No,
man,
no, no more than in a month. No more than a month.
right,
They gonna be back
my
on Judah
man
Nazareth.
said the same thing you said. My man said the same thing you said. And the reason, hey, listen, let me ask you another question. Why you ain't making money off these dudes, dog?
Yep.
Why you ain't selling their joints in the hood? Niggas will pay for that shit. Download that shit and sell that shit, killer. I'm
Yeah, man.
telling you. It listen, they give us this shit, right? They give us this entertainment, so we should do something with it.
Could niggas could
Make
start
money
watching
off
it.
these dudes, man. Make money off them.
I make
They
DVDs
wanna
because you know some of these niggas
they wanna put themselves out there, right? They wanna give the world their business. They wanna move like the youngins. You know the youngins today, that's what they do, right? They put their whole business on social media. Social media is their platform. You know what I mean? These older people, oh look what they doing. They wanna move like the young people. They want everybody to know everything about them. So if that's what they want to do, make money off their ass. Download all their shit, sell that shit like it's a reality type of TV show vibe. You know what I'm saying? And make money off these asses, man. Get paid. Niggas in the room will sit back and look at that shit and laugh. Gotta get money off these people, man. Straight up. Yeah, I only speak from a hustler's point of view. That's what I know. It's good. I'm a hustler.
swear to God, I gotta do live streams and tie my hands behind my back so I don't touch this motherfucking screen. Um, yeah, like these is grown ass niggas. Like these is niggas that's like 45 and up doing this shit. Like
Yeah. Yep.
I just don't get it. Yeah,
If
but
it's about the
yo,
information, let it
a
be about
month
the
tops.
information.
A month tops. Judah Nazar will be cursing Sonetta, calling the pot all types of hoes, and she got AIDS and all types of shit. Watch 1 month
Yeah,
tops, tops. I'll
that's
do a
all I'm
video
saying
on it
too.
too. I say I told you
If they
because I
yeah,
done
if
seen
they
this
go to
happen
December
time and
without
time
it
before.
happening, I will bow down.
Judah was
But
doing
I
this.
know it's not gonna
I
happen.
could show y'all. I could show y'all old Facebook chats with us saying the same fucking shit that we saying right now from like 5, 6, 7 years ago. I could show you fucking Facebook chats with us saying the same motherfucking shit we saying right now. I'm like, yo, this nigga gonna be talking. This nigga Judah would say some shit, right? He be fucking with some motherfuckers that we shouldn't be fucking with, right? And then, oh, nah, he's cool. That's my brother and shit. Oh, Solomon, yeah, that's my Solomon, my brother, man. Yeah, everybody come on over there to Solomon and all that shit, like promoting the channel, all that bullshit, right? Let 2 weeks go by. Fuck Solomon, he a goddamn Mason, a Satanist and shit, and be trying to show us pictures of him showing the goddamn satanic hand signs and all types of motherfucking shit. And nobody don't bet if you go over there, your hour gonna give you a brick shower and all this motherfucking shit. I'm like, wait a minute.
Funny.
This nigga was just telling everybody to go over there. 2 weeks later, he telling cursing everybody that goes over there. And guess what? 3 weeks later, that nigga be right back over there. Like nothing ever happened.
Like nothing ever happened.
Yup.
Exactly.
How many times they done got on
Nothing
Judah
ever
Nat
happened.
they done got on JJ 7000 ass. And JJ 7000 2 weeks later, right back up over there like nothing happened.
Oh, JJ about to come back.
Yeah, you know he is.
Trust me.
But
Trust me.
JJ ain't been over there
JJ
in a
about to
minute
come
though,
back.
I think. I don't think he been
Nah,
over
it's
there in
been
a
a
minute.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
niggas they
been
take
away
breaks.
for quite a
All
minute.
them niggas take breaks, but they go right back. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Look at
And they
Minister
will
Ink.
say certain things out their mouth that they will never go back, but they all go right back.
Yeah.
And I know
So I never
Sarnetta
be
know
like, come
this
on
too.
back and shit. I can make some money off you, nigga. What other
Yeah.
kind of dumb shit you got to say this time and shit? Come on back and say it on my channel so I can make some more money off you niggas. They straight pose. They not even getting no money for this shit. So I'm not getting all the money. They just want to be seen. These
Since
niggas
the
just want to
big
be seen.
dogs all gone. It's a lot of dudes over there now trying to get their shine.
Yeah.
They
I
kissing
mean,
ass.
these niggas is
They
happy as
they
fuck
doing
to be
all
a
types
nigga
of
too.
shit. They happy go lucky. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
I can't believe what I see, what I'm seeing. Grown men. When I
yeah,
start
grown
listening
ass
to
men.
how they talk, I said, "Oh my God, this joint is not that serious, man."
Yeah, and I'm not trying to go up
But
over that motherfucker. This the case that the nigga say, "Yo, Killer B, come up on here and tell me this shit you told me the other day." Like, right? I might go on there, and then somebody might say some shit. I'm like, "Yeah, Sonetta a piece of shit for this shit." I'll say it right on this motherfucking show. Know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there in front, like, you know what I'm
right,
saying? I'm like, yeah, I made that
right.
motherfucker video. I remember Judah, he interviewed Judah for the first time, right? And he said, Judah, you ain't never said nothing bad about me. He was like, no, I ain't never said nothing bad. I fell out with you. I said, yeah, you fell out with me. I said, but you ain't never said nothing bad about me. He said, no, I ain't never said nothing bad about you.
Judah look like he taking his meds, killer. He's speaking calm. Funny dude, Judah, man. Judah funny as hell. That nigga left Facebook and ran to YouTube to gain a whole new audience.
This nigga, they was like, what the fuck? They was like, that nigga talked about something like a dog every goddamn chance he had. And that nigga said, no, I ain't never said nothing about you. I was like, what the fuck? I'll be
Dang.
right up on his face like, hell yeah, nigga, I talk mad shit about your motherfucking ass and shit. I ain't gonna
You
fucking
said the
stand
nigga. You
front.
said the nigga lied. The nigga lied to the nigga, huh?
Yeah, lie right to his face. And I'm sitting there looking at the
Dang.
screen. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And he was the main nigga out of everybody that hated Sonetta. Nobody hated that nigga more than Judah Nazareth. He used to call it the casting couch.
Hey,
When, you remember when
I
niggas used to
believe you too because
remember he used to
Judah,
let niggas
one
in the
Judah
house?
hate you. Yeah,
Remember,
I
remember that nigga used to
believe,
let niggas
dog.
in the
I
crib
believe
to
that
sit on the
shit.
couch? Remember nigga used to let niggas in the crib to sit on the couch, right? Judah Nazar
Yeah,
called that a casting couch. You know, like the porn chairs and shit. The motherfucker had the casting couch and shit.
he was
He said
hating.
that
He was
was,
hating.
that was the sign of the casting couch. When you go on
Yeah,
his
he was
show,
hating.
you sit on the couch, and he had the Gimp come out like that movie and shit. What's that? The shit with I forgot the name of that movie. They had the nigga the Gimp and shit. Say come out and do all types of freaky shit with your ass and shit. And next thing you know, Judah Nasser sitting on that goddamn casting couch.
Judah funny as shit. I tell you,
That's
man, that's one
crazy.
funny dude.
Yep.
Look
That
like
nigga,
he
I
taking
was
his
like,
meds,
God damn.
man. He look like he on his best behavior.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Until somebody whip his ass over there, and then he can be like, fuck
Oh
HOK
yeah,
and shit. Like,
yep.
how many times you done
Mm.
said fuck HOK last year? Just this year. How many times he flip flopped just this year? He don't flip flop about 5, 6 times.
He looked
Now
like he was
somebody
about to
called me
do it the
lying.
other day.
They was just beefing like a month ago. They was just
Yep.
beefing, not even a month ago. They was going in on that shit. Sonetta was asking me for shit on Judah Nazar and everything.
You didn't see he just snapped off a little misunderstanding recently.
Oh
He
shit,
called
for real?
how many times he called Shotnet on the phone? He on a live calling a grown man. Trying to why he not picking up.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a because of the a situation with one of the mods and Judah snapped.
I remember he snapped on Clyde Diva because Clyde
That was
Diva
like
gave me a
two
rent.
weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Remember he was cool with Clyde Diva. So I went on Clyde Diva
He
shit.
was
I was like,
cool with
yo,
a
watch
lot of
that nigga
people.
and that nigga a snake. Right? But he didn't know I said that shit to her or whatever. But he saw me over there watching her. So he said, yo,
Yeah,
fuck that nigga
yeah, he
Killer
made
B,
a
like
video about
whatever.
that.
Then
Yeah, he
Killer B,
talked about you. He
she
made a
gave
video
Killer B
about
a
you
fucking
about that.
goddamn motherfucking rent. And I was like, damn, she gave me a motherfucking wrench. I'm like, all right,
Then
whatever.
he made
Because I'm a
then
horrible
he made a
moderator. Like,
video. Did he made a video about you about that? Did he get
Yeah,
mad?
yeah. Yup, yup.
I,
Called
I,
you know, all types of crackheads and all types of shit. Called her a
yeah, because
crackhead.
you
She
wasn't
got
just
AIDS.
because you was in the chat.
Yeah, just because I was in the chat. And then she looked into it. Like once he did that, she looked into him and then saw that everything I was saying was true. And she started going
Hmm.
in on that nigga, started fucking up Rob Rack and everything. When she had that picture of Rob Rack at the gay parade, yo, that shit was crazy, nigga. Had
Dang.
that nigga, yo, with some cowboy chaps
Hey,
on
listen.
and some shorts with the
I
ass cut out of
I
them like
know a lot of
Prince.
shit about that dude, but I don't need. I know a lot of shit about that dude, but I don't. That dude's something else, bro.
Yeah.
That dude's
He,
something else.
he need help. He need to be in a mental institution.
That dude's something else, yo.
Yup. That nigga
I swear
he
he
gonna
could
end
take.
up like murking himself online, like in a live stream, or doing something crazy to somebody else and shit.
Yeah, that dude's something else, dog. That's all I gotta say about that.
And why Chris took down all his videos?
Yeah, I noticed that.
They don't want he don't want people to
But he don't really have no slanderous videos, not to my knowledge.
videos. Yup. He took all them shits down. Cause you already know, nigga, I'll fish through those motherfuckers and fucking fuck his ass up with that shit.
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw he only got like 6 videos.
And how many times Chris said, "Oh, I'm not dealing with these low level debaters and all this stuff. You know, I'm gonna find real people to debate and all that shit." Nigga, that nigga ain't find a real nigga to debate yet. Who you been debating? Israel Doctrine, Judah Nazareth. Then he just debated Judah Nazareth the other day. Like I'm like,
But
what the fuck?
he can't debate the heavy hitters because they all left the channel.
And anyway, he can't debate him anyway. He lost. Like son, that was right. I even told Chris when he debated Vocab Malone. That was just before we fell out. I wasn't fucking with him anyway. Cause I've been to like we started talking to each other like offline type shit. I told him back then, I was like, yo, you never coming on my platform ever again. Like never. Like you get that shit out your head, nigga. You ain't never coming on my shit again. Like we was cool off the internet and shit. We was cool, but I was like, yo, you not ever coming on my shit again. Ever.
So if he was cool off the internet, what happened?
You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool because I was starting a new like career that I went to school, and he supposedly worked in that same industry and shit that I went to school for. So you know we was talking about shit like that and whatnot, and then we would talk about motherfuckers online and shit. But as far as him coming on my platform or me going on his shit, nah. Like
Hmm.
he was trying to get back over on my shit. I was like, nah, nigga. He's like, B, let's go do it again. I said, do what, nigga? I
But
said,
y'all
I
was a
told you,
good
you ain't
team
ever
though.
coming on my
Y'all
shit
was
again.
like y'all was like Batman and Robin.
Yeah. And then he did, but
That's how I
he was
look. That's
fake
how
with
I
his
used to
shit.
look at you guys. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but he was fake with his shit. He was fake with it. It was a show to him. You know what I'm saying? I was real with
Mm.
the shit. Like, cause when he got JJ, he got that girl, gave him that shit on JJ 7000. He supposed to been sending that to me. Like, nigga, email the shit to me, I would have it. The nigga never sent it. And he's like, oh, you get it? I'm like, no, nigga, like send the shit. And I would never get it. And then next thing you know, Sonetta doing a video on the shit. I'm like, nigga, like what the
Cause
fuck
he,
is you
cause
doing?
he, cause he,
I'm like,
he
nigga,
did,
you
he
sending
did
the
it on a
nigga,
money joint.
yeah. And he
He was
didn't get
trying to
paid
get
for it. He
paid.
didn't get paid for that. He told me, oh, well, Sa gave me $300. Nigga, that nigga ain't pay you for that shit. You did that shit to get in cool with Sonetta, nigga. That's the only reason you did that shit.
So he didn't really get no money for it.
He ain't getting no money for it. None.
Oh, okay.
Like, because when we had fell out before, and Sonetta ended up interviewing me, in the middle of the interview, this nigga gonna hit me on Facebook. Yo, you think I could come on? Like, say, like we fell out and you done told me, oh, I wish somebody shoot you in your head and all this crazy ass shit, right? And you ain't talked
Right.
to this nigga in months, and now he see you now. You see me on motherfucking I don't know, some big TV show on TV live, right? And then you're gonna come hit me up. Yo, you think I could come on there? How that shit gonna look?
I feel
You
I
looking at
feel
the phone like this nigga wild, like, you know what I'm saying? You said all that crazy shit about me. Now you see that I'm up. Now you want, and I don't even look at it me being up. I was saying fuck Sarnetta and shit when the nigga was interviewing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated him let me come on there and tell my story and shit. But I didn't fuck with that nigga like that. He know. I even know I don't fuck with it. I didn't fuck with a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate what he had did. Right? I said thank you, all
right,
that shit. And then I didn't even
right.
realize the end of the show. How the end of the show wait. He was like mocking me. And he let Judah Dazzler on there to try to mock me and discredit me and all that shit on purpose. Why? Because Napa got screamed on and shit on my platform. She tried to disrupt a video that I was doing, like an important video with this chick. She was dating
Damn.
this dude that murdered this girl, right? And she come up on there wanting attention, talking
And
about,
she did
oh,
the
she
TikTok.
said she called me a bitch, and I'm like, so nigga, like, what the fuck is you
Damn.
on the end up in the chat? That's like somebody in the chat right now talking about you. Oh, I think I know him. He called me a punk ass nigga and shit 3 years ago. And now you want me to stop my motherfucking show to let you on to talk about this, how why this person called you a bitch
Damn.
ass nigga and all this shit.
Damn.
That's like retarded. Like an
Exactly.
important motherfucking show, like, you know what I mean? And then and that whole show,
Damn.
I didn't even cuss, yo. I didn't even swear. You know, I swear like a motherfucker, right? I didn't even cuss. That's how important the video was that I was trying to do. And then I'm trying to keep my cool, like trying to continue the show. She keeps talking in the fucking chat. And now the people that's watching are in the chat telling her to shut the fuck up. Like nobody
Mm.
cares. Like nobody cares. You talking
Right,
about some dumb shit. Like, so what? She called you a bitch. She probably did some bitch shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
right.
everybody looking at her like, yo, why don't you just shut up? Like, let this nigga do the show. Like, we don't care, like, what she told you 10 years ago, whatever the fuck. So then she wouldn't stop. So I spazzed on her. Like, I straight spazzed on her ass. I spazzed on her, Sonetta. I said, what the fuck is y'all doing? What the fuck is y'all doing for this fucking, you saying, talk all this shit? What the fuck is you doing? I went nuts on her motherfucking ass. Then after that, she hit me on Facebook and like we talked on the phone or whatever and shit. Like, she told me like who she was and all this shit. Like, you know what I mean? That she was like, yeah, I think it'd be a great idea. I let Sonetta know about you and to interview you and shit. Like, you know what I mean? But the whole time she plotting.
But Farnetta
The
already
whole
know you though.
Yeah, he already knew my ass. All these niggas know me, but they pretend they don't know me and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she said, I'm gonna get you on Sonetta to have Sonetta interview. But the whole shit was a setup. You know what I mean?
Damn.
She's still mad because I aired her out. But like she talked to me afterwards, like we iced everything out and shit, got to know each other, like type shit or whatever, right?
But she
And
put
like
she
trying to
tried to
throw me a
put you in a
bone.
trick bag.
Yeah,
She tried
yeah,
to put
yeah.
you in a trick bag.
But
Even
when
though
you
she
watched
makes
it,
peace with you, she invites you
right,
to the show because that's what the agenda was.
right.
Damn.
But when I went on there, all that shit backfired. I
Oh
even let this
wow.
old nigga watch the show. I let him watch the interview. This is like maybe like 6 months ago. I let this old school nigga out here watch the interview, and he saw it himself. He was like, "Yo, them niggas is trying to set you up and shit." He said, "But you handled this shit so well, none of that shit worked because you didn't lie about nothing. Like it all rolled over. Like they was trying hard. They let Judah Nazar up on there and just made a fool out of itself. All that shit. They were
Oh,
trying to be slick with it.
they let Judah on there to get at you?
Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. You can watch it. It's fucking Killer Beat. He even spell my name. He good for that shit. He'll spell your name wrong so nobody can find your ass up on there and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you go to it and watch it, and you see how they try to get me, and it don't work. Like my tight, and 6 months prior that didn't have as much views that I made in 3 days on this channel. With my video on this channel for 3 days, I had more views than any video that been up on this shit for 6 months. And you know that nigga live
Mm.
streaming every fucking day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. That
Right.
was the biggest fucking video he had in 6 months. And you know what? You go to the chat, you go right to the comment board right now and look at all the comments. Everybody in that comment board was fucking with me. Everybody. Everybody was fucking with me in that fucking video. Everybody was thanking me and all that shit. You go right to that. I should do a video and show that shit. How they try to
Yeah,
do it.
you should.
Yep. And was ill about it. I didn't even notice what they really tried to do until like a year later. I never watched the end of the video.
Damn.
Like he said some crazy
Damn,
comment. He
killer. A
basically,
year later, fam. You said a year later?
you know what I'm saying? I do a
Wow.
video shit. I don't go back and rewatch that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like like I said earlier, shit. I got like fucking 900, almost 1,000 videos. I watch half of
Right.
these shits I don't even remember doing. Because in the beginning, I used to be drunk as fuck doing these. Because I used to be like shy, like, you know what I'm saying? Shy to
Right.
be on
Yeah,
like,
I
because you
remember.
talking to yourself basically. Like,
I remember.
some type of way, yo. Like, when I went back and watched that shit, I was like, wow, I know it was corny of them putting that nigga up on there. I'm like, why would he put Judah Nazareth up on here? And Judah trying to tell motherfuckers that I asked for naked pictures of his kids and all types of, oh shit, he dipped out. He coming back in. I'll put the link back up in here. My bad. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like they straight up trying to set me up. Work. That shit didn't work at all. Man, that's where they just let Judah Nazareth up on there. But they was working with that nigga. I let you in. Nazareth. Like I didn't even pay attention to like what fucking shit. And then they telling me I gotta show Um, yeah, man, fucking son, he didn't really know what to think of that shit. Yeah, I had that motherfucker pointing the gun and shit at the screen and shit. You should have saw the side of their face and shit when you saw that gun. That nigga was like, "Oh shit, I might be fucking with the wrong nigga over here and shit." Like, you see all that motherfucking money? I'm throwing money on the floor. I had like a couple of grand and shit. Like, I forgot how much bread I had. I had mad bread and shit, yo. And I was sitting there making all seeing eye symbol with the money and shit. I was like, why this nigga talking all this bullshit about me? Look, I'm getting to the money, motherfucker. What? It is backfired on them and shit. It is really backfired. And the whole community supported me. You wouldn't believe how many people
Right,
was in that
right.
comment. And then Judah in there trying to there was one dude that said that nigga was never out here with us and shit. Cause I was a member of House of David and all this shit. I was a priest and all this shit, right? And Judah's like, see, Killer B was lying. He was never in that shit and whatever, like, right? And then in the comment, I was like, word, I don't know you, man. I said, you lived on this street. Remember, you used to work at fucking this pizza restaurant. I used to pick you up and bring you home, nigga. And he was like, oh shit. Yo, what up? Then the motherfucker's like, oh shit, that's this brother and shit. Then he knew what I had was and shit. And Judah just looked stupid as fuck in the comment.
Damn.
He knew exactly who I was and shit. Yup. Yeah, that shit was crazy, yo. Like, I felt some type of way about that shit. I was just like, yo, that's crazy because I'm out here trying to save motherfucking lives from fucking niggas going joining this bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And here this
Exactly.
motherfucker they trying to make a mockery out of all this shit and trying to make it like a joke. Like they ain't nothing funny about none of this shit. Like motherfuckers is dying over this shit. Niggas is fucking up their whole lives over this shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing
And
funny
guess
about
what? We got people out here that got huge platforms and they're not trying to close the doors. They're trying to keep their doors open.
it. Yep,
You got people out here that got
yep,
huge platforms. They can close the doors of ISUPK,
yep,
Israelite United in Christ,
yep.
G. I mean, all of them. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's my
But
whole
they
beef
don't
with
want
Saw
to.
that.
They don't want to.
Yeah,
Exactly. They don't want to because they got to get that money. They need
yep,
them to stay. They need their doors to stay open. They need them to stay relevant in the
yep.
community. You know
How
what I mean?
how
They
how
say
how
it's
they
about waking up the people, but they not really trying to wake up the people.
right, right. If you waking up the people, why don't you get some real motherfucking black scholars on that motherfucker? Niggas that got PhDs, niggas that got masters that went to school for anthropology, archaeology, and African studies and shit. Niggas that's really in NYU, that's going to Yale, that's going to fucking Columbia, that's going to all these colleges and shit like that. Ain't none of these, half these niggas they got on the platform never even graduated high school. These niggas
Yeah,
don't even
and
got
that's how you got
diplomas.
to think. Exactly. I've
And
been
they
saying
all
that for
got
years.
records. They all got criminal records. They
I've
all
been
got
saying
criminal
that for
records.
years. All
Look
of
at how
them.
many of these niggas got all these fucking, and that's why niggas was saying like this the house of the fucking pedophiles and shit. And I was I made that video on the pedophile supporters because half them niggas is on that platform got records for doing crazy
Yeah,
weird shit.
they got something.
The
Weird
news
shit. Exactly.
like the news might interview a criminal or something, some nigga that's in prison. They'll go and interview him and shit, but they're not endorsing and promoting the nigga. They're like, yeah, we doing an interview on this piece of shit motherfucker that did this and this and this and that. Yeah, and they interviewing them, but they're not interviewing like, oh yeah, this is the what's her name, Colt and shit. Yeah, they killed like 15 people last week, and we gonna have them debate this other group. Shit, those motherfuckers killed 4 people last week. Like, know what I mean? They ain't doing no shit like that. And Sonetta made it like, oh, I'm just like spreading the information. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting the brother come out here. Nah, nigga, nah. You can't say, and somebody that's supposed to be in this Black Power movement, or whatever. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Black Power movement. Truthfully, like my own thing, my own to myself, like, right? So if you about that, why would you have those type of people up on there? Because they're counterproductive of what you supposed to be about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can have black politicians on here. You can have black psychiatrists on here talking about mental health. You can have all these type motherfuckers on the platform, and the motherfuckers will come on there and talk. But if you got motherfucking Tazariak ass up there that got special needs kids, and this nigga ain't taking care of them and telling them the Most High gonna kill the little nigga because he's special needs, or 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 taking on the money from they women and shit. You got all these wives and kids, they ain't married, they ain't got no birth, they not even on the birth certificate of the little niggas and shit. Like, you got all these weird ass motherfuckers up on there, and you promoting them. You showing the rest of the world who they are, not in a bad light. You're not showing them really who they are. You showing them who they want people to think they are. You're promoting that.
Right. Right.
Look at it,
Exactly.
where that in IS in IUIC that got killed. He ain't doing no motherfucking video on Joy Morgan. Why he ain't doing no video on Joy Morgan? Why ain't he ain't doing no video on Ayanna Sneed, the 19-year-old girl that went out there? Because he used to have that nigga on what's his name? The nigga that yeah, my bad. So I'm like, yo, why you ain't put up these people that are really helping black people in the community and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you ain't putting other motherfuckers up on there? You ain't covering none of these motherfuckers when they was killing each other or killing all these black people and shit. You ain't put none of that shit up on your show. Like that, the news van he wanted to get. Remember, you wanted donations for the news van?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of news was he gonna report with that van? What kind of news he was gonna report with that? And when you got all these things that basically you're attached to these incidents because you had all these niggas on their platforms that was responsible for these people's deaths. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy, yo. That's my whole
Right.
beef with the nigga. That's my whole beef. I'm not trying to stop that nigga from having his show and getting money and all that shit. My problem is that you are promoting criminals and con games to the people. You're helping these people mislead people. Not only mislead just people in general, but misleading the people that you supposed to be in charge of leading them in the right, since you were like some black activist, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I wouldn't consider the new Black Panther Party black activists. Far from that. But that's what you supposed to be. Portray yourself to
Well,
be.
sometimes he called himself a news reporter, right?
Yeah. Like I said, when he asked the money for the van, the news van, he wanted that Mercedes news van shit, right? What the fuck was you gonna be reporting on that motherfucker? Because you could have did the Ayanna Sneak shit without the van. You could have did the Christopher Day killing Ayanna Sneak without the van. You could have did the Joy Morgan shit without the motherfucking van. You could have did a whole bunch of other murders. The Jersey City shooting. You could have did that without the motherfucking van. I did it. I reported on it. And ain't none of these other black platforms reported on it.
Because
Except vocab
they're
and
not
shit
about
like that.
that, right?
Yeah.
They're not about that. That's why.
And vocab, I still can't think of his religion and shit. It's some off-brand Christianity shit. But if you look into the religion,
Okay, he's an
it's
apologetic.
parallel.
He's an
That's
apologetic
his whole.
Christian.
Not the apology. Not the Christian apology.
You said
He, he,
vocab?
he yeah, he's part of a Christian religion. But this shit on the tip of my tongue, yo. They follow a thing
I've
called
been knowing him
tulip.
for years on Facebook, so you
Yeah,
know what I'm
he's an
saying?
apologetic, but he's a certain denomination of Christianity. They follow a thing called a tulip. It's called the tulip.
Oh, the tulip.
What's the
Okay.
shit, yo? It's on it. That's not the name of the shit, but there's like a doctrine they got within it, and they call it the tulip. The tulip stand for some shit like, and basically, where you look into it, it's the same shit as the Hebrew Israelites. It's literally parallel with the Hebrew Israelites, and that's his whole beef with the shit.
They all go. They all are Christians. You know that, right? No matter what
Yeah, yeah,
titles they
yeah,
call themselves,
yeah.
they
They
Christians.
Christians, but his belief system, like his belief system, says that God only choose certain people to follow him.
Oh
So you
yeah.
are predestined. That you already predestined to go to heaven, like from the beginning. You already predestined to go there. Like the people that's going is
Man,
already predestined. So it's the same shit like the Hebrew Israelite. It's the same fucking thing. And that's his angle.
delusional.
He's mad at the Hebrew Israelites for following the Bible the same way he does. And people will catch on to that shit. Like, why would
Well,
some
you
white dude
see,
have that much interest in the Hebrew Israelites like that? He ain't never been in it. He ain't never been a member. He's never been affected by it. You know
well,
how
his
he got
whole
his
thing is he's trying to shut the doors, expose them for the lies they teach.
right, but his
Because
religion is the same fucking thing. He wants to shut the doors
yeah,
for them and keep his open.
yeah, his religion is the same thing, but
Yeah,
I guess his
but not
understanding
Christianity,
is
because what he
different
follows is
from
not
their
Christianity.
understanding.
It's
You know what
not
I'm
your
saying?
normal everyday Christianity. Like you could take Methodists and Baptists and all that shit and put it together, and that shit like the same shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's the same goddamn shit. His
it's
shit
just
ain't
a
like that.
name.
His shit is some
Okay,
different shit. His shit is some whole different shit. It's not the same. It's almost like it's
okay.
like comparing Baptist to Jehovah Witness. It's like some shit like that. I can't think of the name of the goddamn religion. That shit on the tip of my fucking.
But they all read from the same King James Bible, right?
Yeah, yeah, they all read from the same Bible, but motherfuckers take that King James Bible and say whatever the fuck they feel like saying and manipulate people,
Hey,
and
any
they're not reading
Bible,
the
they
shit
take
themselves.
any Bible, they can take any Bible and make that Bible say what they want it to say.
Yeah, yup,
Any Bible. I don't care what it is. They can make any Bible say what they want that Bible to say.
right.
That's
But
how
like,
good
I
these
don't have
people
no
are.
problem with people reading the Bible. I don't have no problem with people being Christian, being Jewish, being Muslim, being Hindu. None of that shit. As long as you ain't telling a motherfucker, listen, my God gonna kill your motherfucking bitch ass because of X, Y,
Right,
Z. And
right.
if you don't follow my God, you're gonna fucking die, and you deserve to die. Cause my God said you supposed to die because like no, because you don't follow this. You're not Baptist. You're not this or that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm above that. I'm over that. Like, I was like on some shit like that, like fuck all these motherfuckers and shit. I'm not like, because this is America. Like you could be whatever fucking religion you want, but it's not supposed to infringe on other people's beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hebrew Israelites gonna tell
Yeah.
you, oh, we gonna kill you if this nigga fall out the sky. We gonna start killing you niggas, and they
Right.
can't say they haven't, because I was one of them niggas waiting for the nigga to fall out the sky to go kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? I see people with my own eyes sitting there with a sword, waiting for the black Jesus to fall out the goddamn sky so they could just start going around the city and start killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I seen all that crazy shit
That's
too.
wild, yo. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, yo. And I'm ashamed of that shit, but I have to tell people the stupid shit that I was in so they can get it. But Vocab alone, he
Yeah,
got
man.
his break. Know how that nigga got his break? That nigga was friends with a Muslim dude that he worked with, and they used to talk about each other's religion and stuff. They were friends. They were friends, right?
Okay.
And um, he went to the guy Vocab's church or whatever and shit, right? And this the experience or whatever. Now Vocab supposed to come to his. Know what Vocab started doing? He's standing out in front of his mosque with these religious tracts, passing it out to the people that's going in the mosque, trying to get them not to go in the mosque.
Damn.
So that's like saying you Rasta and I'm Christian or whatever, right? And I come visit y'all Rasta community and shit, right? To see what it's like and stuff like that, right? And then you come to mine, you come to my church or whatever and stuff and see what it's like. And then we continue, we might keep our same religions. It's not like you're gonna be converted right then, but you got to see what we believe, and maybe you might like ours, I might like yours. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a mutual thing. But no, Vocab went to that motherfucker trying to tell motherfuckers not to go up in that motherfucker. And then they fell out, right? And then like some months or weeks or whatever later, the dude that he was friends with did some wild shit and started fucking trying to kill motherfuckers. Like he bugged out and tried to do, I forgot what he did, but he did like some mass shooting like type shit. Or try to blow up some
Uh-huh.
shit, one of the two. Yeah. And that's how the news started interviewing Vocab. That's how Vocab got his fucking break. And then he joined up with Sister Cherry, So Rio and the other nigga and shit, right? And they started the Shield Squad.
It was so real. Yeah, the shit squad.
Remember the Shield Squad? And you
Yeah.
remember what happened? Why the Shield Squad there's no more? You know why they split up?
Actually, I never knew why they split up, but I just know they did though.
Vocab got caught being an adulterer.
Oh, that's why. What's my man name?
He got caught cheating on his wife. G-Man. G-Man was supposed to be the head of the
G Man.
group.
Yeah, G Man was part of that group,
Right.
and
But G-Man, G-Man,
my man Campbell was part of that. What's his name?
right,
You know what I'm
LaRon
talking about?
Campbell. That's the other dude I was thinking
LeBron.
of.
Yeah,
LaRon Campbell. LaRon Campbell.
yeah,
G-Man. G-Man was the first Christian to go at these Hebrew Israelites face to face.
yeah. He was.
G-Man's supposed to be the leader of the Shield Squad. He was the first one to go at them. But somehow, some way, the white dude ended up being the leader of the motherfucking group. Somehow, some way. And he ended up being an adulterer. And they made a rap great, right? G Man made a rap song. Because Vocab's a rapper. Horrible rapper, that
Mhm,
is, right?
mhm.
And they supposed been battling some other like Israelite group or whatever and shit. And G Man made a diss track. And then they try to get on this G Man to discredit him and say, oh, that song was written by right, my bad, my bad. But yeah, like I was saying, G-Man was really the leader of that shit, and they pushed that nigga to the back and put vocab ass up front, and vocab really ended up being the one that didn't deserve to be in that position. Yup, that's what happened. He got caught being an adulterer, and now he up here in everybody's faces.
So vocab took over.
Yeah, yup. You know how much
I know
niggas
I
like
used to
having
see
white
people
privilege,
clowning my man Laurent. I used to see
and real.
people clowning on Facebook, calling vocab his daddy.
I got a lot of feedback coming from you. You got a TV on or something.
Oh,
All right, there you go.
oh
You
my
good now?
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
I saw I used to see a little people used to slander my man Bron. They used to say that vocab was his daddy.
Wait, you used to say what?
They used to say that vocab was his daddy.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You, you used to say G
On
Man was.
face
I mean, vocab was G
not G
Man's dad.
Man. Nah, they used to say vocab was LeBron Campbell's daddy.
Oh wow, I never heard that one. That's crazy. That's
Yep.
crazy. Whatever happened to LeBron Campbell?
I don't know, man. It looked like he just maybe just doing some other stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I
He
think
ain't
that's
been
who.
online in a minute.
Because Cherry
But
Cherry
ever since
Love
that,
had fell out with him. I think too. Because Cherry Love was
yeah,
saying
it's
like
like they
he
all
picked up some
split and
kind
it's
of
like,
agnostic. Yeah, yeah. He started picking up some agnostic Christian views or something like that. And then him and her kind of fell out.
yeah,
But
but
Cherry
that
Love still should have been Cherry Love, no
when
joke. Like,
Voltaire got caught, when Voltaire got caught with that kind of messed them up because it was like, hold on, they all into the gospel, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that
That
made the
kind
whole
of
shit
that
look
kind of
crazy.
that kind of messed up. Yeah, that kind of messed him up. He was never the same after that.
Yup. And I was like, and I used to like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Sister Cherry, like Cherry Love, hard body. I fuck with her all day, like, right? Um, and she support vocab and all these niggas and shit. She really fuck with them, right? But I used to like try. I know like she cool with them. They Christian, you know. They supposed to be tight and all that shit. Like I'm not like quite like them, so you know they gonna take they each other's sides before like listen to what the fuck I got to say about the shit. But I used to see how vocab used to like play down her. Like I remember one time he had her on a panel, like she was going through something or whatever, and he like doubting what she's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like she didn't even pick up on what the nigga was really doing. I was like, yo, that's foul as fuck. And like, you know, I always stay talking about that nigga. And like she back off from it every time I do that shit. I'm like, yo, I don't like that nigga. Like, I really don't. Like I just don't like the way he moved. Like, you know what I mean? Like he got a real sinister vibe to him. Like his arrogance, like the way he talked. Even he interviewed me and put that nigga for Army of Israel up on there, and like kind of like it was like weird. Like I was just like, why the fuck you put this nigga up on here? Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like
Mhm.
weird shit. It's like he mocks all black. Like he sit there and be mocking black people. Like he's the authority on some black shit. And then the nigga be misquoting like he don't know nothing about that Hebrew Israelite shit. Everything he know, niggas told him. Know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that's been in the cult told him this shit. And now he's some kind of authority on this shit. Like, know what I
So you
mean?
don't think you
And,
don't
and,
think he
and,
good? You don't think he good with the scriptures and stuff?
nah, but I'm saying like this nigga going to get a PhD. This nigga going to school get
Mm.
his PhD and some shit, and and offer these niggas work. Like he going all these places speaking and all this shit. I'm like, why you ain't take Cherry Love with you?
Yeah, he do go to
Why
places
you don't
speaking though.
say you got your information from this motherfucker? You got your information from watching Killer B. You got your information from Listen to LaRon Campbell, from listen to So Real. This is where you got your information on the shit that you talking about. You ain't just found this shit out. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't researched and found all this shit out. Niggas told you this shit. Like, even like his
Right.
boy, I don't got no beef with him. The dude he's like a Greek Orthodox Christian. I forgot his name. He be making like some cool videos and shit. Like I got into him on Twitter one time. Like he trying to tell me something about the car. I'm like, nigga, I was in the shit. Like, how the fuck he like trying to tell me like what the shit really is? I'm like, nigga, how the fuck you know what the fuck was going on, nigga? You was never in this shit, nigga. I was in the motherfucking shit. I know the niggas that you talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to tell me something about some shit I've been in. And you only heard from other motherfuckers about some shit. And I've been in it, and you trying to tell me about what it is and what's real, what's not. This how motherfuckers say the camps and shit. The camps, like nobody talked like that back then. A camp was where you taught at. When you the corner that you taught on, that was your camp. Your crew that you was with, and you taught on the street corner, that was your camp. The school wasn't the camp. We called the organization was called a school. Know what I'm saying? It wasn't called no camp. Like the motherfuckers said, I don't believe in the camps and shit. Like these niggas is like, fuck it.
Well, you know, some people they say school and some people they say camp. It depends who you interact with. But if you was out trying to recruit people, you would say, "Come to my school. My school is such and such and such."
Nothing about it. And then these niggas living in goddamn Oklahoma and bullshit like this shit. How the fuck you gonna tell me about some Hebrew Israelites talking about these groups and shit? Like, and all these motherfuckers was in the Northeast at that time. These niggas ain't get out the tri-state area. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There was some groups like California, Texas, Florida, Chicago, shit like that. But that was like about it.
Chicago always been there. Chicago and New York
Yeah, yep. Chicago. There was like a handful in
and
Texas, a
Detroit.
handful in Florida. You know what I'm saying? There was like one
I
or
know
two
you know
groups
Terry
in
White, right?
California. Huh?
You know, what's his name? Terry.
Terry. Oh yeah. That's a
Yeah,
fucking weird ass nigga.
that nigga stays
That's
flooding my page with videos.
that nigga. That's one weird ass. I sunned that nigga and shit. Cause he tried to go on that
He,
Yara shit too. That fake ass video
yeah,
Yara
but
put up and said it was
he
me,
got
right?
some, he got some insights. He got like, yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he know the shit I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He know who took the check back in 1975.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got a lot of deep insights. He kind of
Yeah.
weird and shit, but he got some real deep insights.
I remember that nigga was
If you
bragging
want,
about some shit, right? And then the nigga took a picture. He was bragging like how he got all this money and shit. And he had a video where he going in
oh,
the
he
Louis
do.
Vuitton store and
You know
all
the
this
nigga
shit, right?
used to, you know the nigga used to pump pies.
He used to what?
He used to pump pies,
Pump
pies,
pies.
birds.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, oh, oh. It figures,
and I
right?
ain't talking about.
But
I'm talking about the whole thing. I ain't talking about no hash. I'm talking about the whole thing.
yeah. Yep. So he's showing his shoes and gonna put the receipt there, right? It's showing how much the shoes cost and all this shit, right? Now check this out. You look at the goddamn floor. This nigga ain't bothered to sweep his goddamn floor before he took the fucking picture. This nigga was living a this nigga had I swear to God, I swear on everything. This
What? That
nigga
was his
had
mom's
nip
house.
bottles all over the floor. This nigga had like a dirty sock and mad nip bottles all over the floor.
Detroit, Detroit, killer.
But he's
He's
showing the
a
niggas a
Detroit
shoe
player.
box with some sneakers that cost $300. I'm like, nigga, but
Yeah,
you got a clean floor, nigga. Like, what the fuck was you showing me?
that probably was his spot. That probably was the trap. That probably was the house. That probably wasn't his mama house.
Now here talking about he a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm
he
saying?
been he lived with his mama. He lived with his mom. That probably so that had to been a trap house. I don't
That's
think
the
that was
name
his
of the
mama
game.
crib, killer. I'm gonna tell you
That's
straight up.
even
I don't
worse.
think that was.
And that's
I
even
don't think
worse.
that was his mama.
You doing all of that and you living in your mama house.
Oh yeah,
Sitting there
yeah,
like
yeah.
dick
The nigga
bottles all
caked up and lived with his mom,
that nigga fuck crazy, yo.
driving
And
fresh
that
whip and
his
all
whole
types of
group,
shit.
that's how his group got to where they at today. From stealing and fraud and all that shit. I did a video on that shit. That nigga was mad as fuck.
Oh,
I was
where?
like, you can't sell. Hell yeah, nigga. That's how Ben Amin,
What?
nigga, nigga, Ben Amin had niggas stealing airline tickets, stealing credit cards, stealing fucking video recording equipment, TVs, VCRs, and all this shit. That's how they got the money. Making fake passports. That's how they all got
Oh,
out of the country.
I heard some shit like that with a passport. Now you're talking. I heard,
They did
yeah.
it. I did the video. The FBI did a big sweep on all them niggas and caught all them niggas. And then they went to Liberia. They opened up an ice cream shop. Something happened. They had to leave
Mm,
Liberia. And then they went fucking to some other fucking country in Africa, right? And then they got into the motherfucking and they got into Israel. And then the nigga that just died, that Prince Aziel nigga, and another motherfucker, they got
yeah.
indicted by the feds for espionage. These niggas was
Damn.
spying. They basically like they was like spies for another country. They would because they had a country where they was at. There was the United States yeah, so Prince Aziel pleaded guilty and he got less time and shit, but the other dude
Mm,
didn't. He got mad time and shit. Them niggas got caught for doing that shit. That's why them niggas they trying to deport them niggas now, cause all them niggas that went over there, they was saying like you went over there, right? And you got a
yeah.
pension, your job, or you got a SSI check, right? The government don't know you left the country. The government still think you living here and say you died in Israel, right?
Yeah.
These niggas didn't even have a burial. They didn't have a cemetery. They was putting these niggas in shallow graves in Israel until the government
I
found out about it. They was burying
I
these
ain't know
niggas in
none of that.
shallow graves. They
Damn.
own people put them in shallow graves, and guess what? They was still collecting the SSI checks from the people.
Oh shit.
So say if you here, right, you collect the SSI check and you die. Niggas ain't gonna just keep you over in the house. Niggas ain't gonna bury you in the backyard and keep collecting that check. They got to tell somebody your ass dead, and they're gonna be a death certificate, and they're gonna stop sending them motherfucking checks, right?
Right.
But if your ass escaped the goddamn country unknown, and went to Israel and died, and they just throw you in a shallow grave somewhere up in the desert somewhere, and they still collecting them motherfucking checks.
Damn.
So they think a lot of these niggas
Niggas
still live in the
scam. That's
United
a
States and they
scam.
just living over there for 30, 40 fucking years. That's the shit that
Man,
they was doing. I
I ain't
got
never knew
videos on
that.
all that shit. I got videos on all that shit. That's why none of them niggas could come in my face with nothing. That's why none of them niggas could come in my face with nothing. I got all the evidence and looking right up in their
Yeah,
face like,
we know,
what?
bro. We know you got a lot of shit, man. I
Like
believe you too, bro.
that's why I said when that nigga died, I was like, good for that motherfucker. Fuck that nigga. That's why you went down with fucking white Jesus. They had that nigga in
It's
the
a lot
Christian
of
church.
niggas, a lot of people said that too. You
If
ain't the
that
only
nigga
one.
was a real Israelite, if that nigga was a real Israelite, why was his funeral in a goddamn Christian church?
Exactly.
Why was that nigga funeral in a Christian church? Even goddamn Dr. Venn went down with white Jesus. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Dr. Ben with his old
Doctor.
Kemet ass and shit. That nigga when they had that nigga in the Ebenezer Baptist, not Ebenezer. What's that shit? The Abyssinian Baptist Church shit up in Harlem and shit. That's how that nigga went down, nigga. That nigga went down with white Jesus. Fuck out of here. And they talking all this Israelite shit. You dead, them motherfucker. You ain't no use to them niggas once you dead. Them niggas will put you in
That's
the
it.
goddamn dumpster. They'll put you in the fucking
Yeah.
dumpster. That what Tahar used to tell motherfuckers back in the day. Your dead body don't mean nothing, nigga. When you die, you no different than a piece of hamburger. That's what they was telling motherfuckers. So members and shit, they ain't thinking nothing. They ain't give a fuck about no life insurance and none of that bullshit of bearing the motherfucking shit.
Nah,
Look how they
nah.
did Ben Lawyer.
They
Look how
ain't
they did
thinking about
Ben
that.
Lawyer. Ben Lawyer was the baddest Hebrew Israelite of all time, nigga. Ben Lawyer was like the Muhammad Ali of fucking Hebrew Israelite motherfucking leaders. You said I showed their funeral on the motherfucking one of my live streams. Yo, they didn't even bury that nigga in a goddamn cemetery. It looked like he was buried with Jimmy Hoffa.
Damn.
They had a you ever been to a funeral? The number one, there was no graves nowhere near his site. There was no fucking graves, no tombstones, none of that shit. They had a backhoe that dug a hole, like literally dug a hole. You know how you dig a grave hole, right? A hole for a coffin and shit. That shit square.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit square. That shit flat on the bottom. That shit perfectly rectangular and all that shit. They just
Right.
dug a hole like they was doing construction. Like they were just building a fucking new road or some shit on the side of the street or something.
And put a body in there. Damn.
Yup. Dog, they
That's
had him in
crazy.
they had him in one of those motherfucking prison execution coffins. You know how they execute a nigga, they put you in that cheap ass wood cardboard ass fucking coffin.
Yes.
They
The
had that nigga in
box.
one of them shits. They had that nigga in one of them shits. And guess how you know
Damn.
how they have that little winch thing, right? They lay the coffin on there and then they turn the winch and the coffin go down in the ground, right? They ain't
Right.
do that shit with that nigga. Did they scrap that nigga up with some motherfucking straps to the backhoe? And the backhoe lift this motherfucking coffin up and put his ass up in the motherfucking hole all cockeyed. That nigga in that grave right now, leaning on his neck. I shit you not.
Mm.
I showed that video a couple times on my channel. We laughed our ass off. I said, "This is what they do to you." Like the coffin's up in the grave, nigga, cockeyed. Like the coffin ain't flat on the bottom of the hole. That nigga up
Damn.
in there, his whole body leaning to one side and shit. That nigga up on the side, his neck crooked than a motherfucker in that grave right now. That's like you sitting in your bed and somebody jacked up one corner of your bed and shit, and your ass slide to the other side, to the low side. Have your neck all fucked up and shit. That's how they got that nigga in the grave. So I said, this is how these niggas. This is how they do you. You ain't no use to them. Yup.
Mm.
That's why that Terry nigga, right? Because he was saying, oh yeah, that's Killer B and shit in that video, right? Now I did the video debunking it, proving that it's not me, without a shadow of a doubt. Did I get an apology from that nigga? Nope. He said he don't care and he ain't gotta apologize. I said, what about your God? He
Damn.
said, I don't care. That nigga said, I don't care. So what that tell you? All those motherfucking videos this nigga making, he fake. So why make them motherfucking videos? So what's the reason he making the motherfucking videos? He ain't
Money.
right. If he ain't trying to make himself right, how he gonna make you right? How you gonna listen to what the fuck
Niggas
that
ain't
nigga got to say?
they
He
ain't
can't
trying to
make
make
himself
nobody
right.
right. They trying to get paid.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Period. These niggas is fake as hell. Hebrews in the Hood was another one. I fucking embarrassed the shit out of Hebrews in the Hood.
Hey,
I showed
listen,
that nigga house.
you had me.
I showed that nigga
I didn't
house.
want to come on last night when you talked about him.
Yo, that
I
nigga
said,
had that old 1975 wood paneling. You know that wood paneling niggas used to have in the house and
hey,
shit way back
he
in the
been
day.
around a long. He been
That
around a
wood
long
paneling.
time. You remember his wife? His wife was funny as shit.
Yup. That motherfucker had wood
I
paneling in the
asked that
house.
nigga
The
one time.
oldest.
I asked him one time. I said, "Man, why your wife? What happened to your wife? Why your wife leave you?" That nigga ain't never want to answer and shit. That nigga ain't
Yup.
still up to this day. He ain't answer.
Don't want to
This
change
over
his
15
motherfucking
years
diaper.
ago.
Didn't want to change his diaper no more. That's why the bitch left. I said, nigga, you ain't you supposed to be a big homie? Ain't you supposed to be like one of the leaders in the motherfucking gang? I said, and your
Yeah,
house look like this? And your house all fucked up like this, nigga? I said, well, where the gang at, nigga? I said, they supposed to be having some of them gang bitches over there taking care of your ass, clipping your motherfucking fingernails, changing your motherfucking diaper, all that motherfucking shit, nigga. Where they at? I said, you sitting there? I
what he
showed his
used to,
fingernails.
he used
I
to
gotta
go
bring
by a
that video.
different name though. Why he changed his name? He used to go by a different name. I can't remember. I'm trying to get that old. Remember his old name?
Nah, I don't remember his old name. I don't even remember. I haven't even
Yeah,
heard it from that nigga in years. I
the,
ain't heard from that nigga
that
in years.
Hebrew. He be popping his head up here and there, man. He's still around. He's still on Facebook here and there.
Yup,
Matter
embarrassed
of
that nigga.
fact, matter of fact, he was on the Oh man, everybody embarrassing, man.
That nigga ain't want to repent either. He ain't want to repent either, but he calling himself
That nigga
a
got a one.
goddamn
That nigga got a
priest.
straight up one West doctrine, bro.
I said, what nation in Israel they had some crippled priests? Where show me that in the scriptures. Show me in the scriptures they got a crippled priest. Show me that shit in the scriptures. I said, nigga, you can't even come in the sanctuary, nigga. You crippled. You can't come in the motherfucking sanctuary, nigga. They don't got crippled niggas in the sanctuary in the nation of Israel, nigga. Fuck out of here. And that nigga had old dirty fingernail. I'm like, what is this nigga? A transvestite, nigga? I like this nigga
Nah,
had like
he keep
long
that pinky,
fingernails.
he keep that pinky nail on, bro.
Yep. I said, nigga, you contaminating all the cocaine, nigga. I said, you if that your coke sniffing nail and nigga, that shit dirty than a motherfucker and shit. I said, who wanna fucking sniff some coke up out of that motherfucking fingernail, nigga? Sitting there with your dirty ass, sitting in your dirty ass diaper and shit, sitting up in there. It's a goddamn shame. Call yourself a goddamn priest. Fuck out of here. I said, where your big homies and all that bullshit supposed to be taking care of you? You sitting there that old ass wood paneling
Them
with the
niggas
rat
take that
holes.
shit serious, man. They take
Yeah,
that shit serious.
yeah. All that gang shit. Where the gang at? There's some nigga out here I knew and shit was in the gang and got shot the fuck up, right? And then ain't nobody got no money to bury this nigga. Ain't nobody got no money to bury the nigga, but the nigga in the gang. Where the gang at?
That nigga been with that gang shit for over 15, 20 some years, dog.
And he ain't getting nothing out of it. What the fuck he get out of it besides jail time
That's how he
and
learned.
shitty diapers?
He learned under the kneecaps of one of them gang niggas. That's how he learned that Hebrew shit.
Yep, yep. All that nigga got was jail time and a shitty diaper out that motherfucker. No nigga shot that nigga the fuck up. That shit crazy, yo.
Yep.
Yup. Sitting there in that shitty ass diaper and she ain't got nobody to change that motherfucker for him. But he a big homie. Supposed to be a
I
leader.
mean, I don't know what's going on with him now, but back in 20 like 2008, 10 and all that, he had a lot of he had a crew around him.
Yeah. Yup.
That's when he was married and shit too, you know what I'm saying? So
That nigga was still in the shit. That nigga was still fucking hustling and all that bullshit. He ain't fooling
yeah.
nobody. They ain't fooling nobody. That what niggas was doing back in the day in New York. Motherfuckers was in the school and shit and giving they ties. They'll give them drug money for ties and shit. Until niggas had to
Yep.
stop them niggas from doing that shit. Them niggas was still hustling and giving the money to the fucking school.
Yeah, the younger dudes. Yeah, the younger ones.
Yep.
Because a lot of them was fresh off the street.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. That shit crazy, yo. That's some wild shit. The old piece of shit Hebrew in the hood. Another nigga was sitting there posting some fake ass video. All them niggas consider themselves elders and shit.
You remember
Elders
when that
what?
nigga had that? He still got that long ass that long beard like plaited up.
Yeah. They got a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. That shit long because he ain't got nobody to cut that motherfucker. Just like his goddamn fingernails and shit. Old fucking holy ass motherfucking wood paneling and shit. I ain't seen wood paneling in I don't know how long and shit. When the last time you been to somebody's house, they got wood paneling on the wall? If they did, they ain't remodeled that house
Nah.
since 1968. The only way you find one of them shits, you go down south somewhere and shit. Somebody down south that had that wood paneling on that road. They in Big Mama house and shit. But if they ain't remodeled that motherfucker since 68. That wood paneling. Wood paneling. Man, that shit in my basement. Shit. Wood paneling. That's like the limon. That's like the linoleum. What do you call it? I can't even pronounce that shit. The linoleum, like the linoleum kitchen floor and shit. You gotta look hard to
Yeah.
find a motherfucker with some linoleum floors. Shit. So that's some old school shit. Shit. We used to joke like, "Hey, nigga, what's your flow?" He said, "Nigga, my flow linoleum." I said, "Nigga, what's your flow?" He said, "My flow
Yeah,
linoleum."
he's a funny cat though. He's a funny
Yo,
dude.
yo. Who's another one of them scumbag motherfuckers that try to? Is it Sakari? Another one. Alizar ass. I call Alizar and shit, hugging up with his gay daddy and shit, not wearing no
That
fringes.
nigga, I know that nigga hustling. I don't care what nobody say.
Yup, yup.
I
And,
know
and,
he
and the
pushing.
other
Yeah.
nigga, right? He used to talk all this shit. I'm like, this nigga is wearing a Burberry scarf on his head. This nigga is supposedly teaching the truth with a Burberry scarf on his head. Burberry is like the only self-proclaimed homosexual clothing line out there. You know what I'm saying? He wearing that shit on his motherfucking head. And then I caught the nigga asking for um asking for wedding gifts for so he can marry his white girl and shit, white stripper girlfriend. This nigga got a white stripper girlfriend and shit, and he online asking niggas and shit for wedding gifts. You know how niggas get married? They make the
You know
list
they
of all the
expose that
shit that
nigga
they
for
want.
that. That's why I don't
Yeah,
understand these dudes, man. These dudes got exposed all types of ways, and they still got people following them.
nigga, I got the picture. They would tell a nigga that God gonna kill them for not wearing fringes. I got Alizar on a Father's Day. They ain't supposed to be celebrating on Father's Day. At a Father's Day celebration at his gay daddy's house, right? With his
Hmm.
gay rights advocate sister, right? Alizar ain't wearing no fringes. Alizar holding his kid. Kid ain't wearing no fringes. And he got his two wives there, right? Not wearing no fringes and wearing pants. And he thought nobody was gonna see that shit. You know, you can't hide shit
You
from
got
Killer
that
B.
joint with him in the club too. You got the joint with
Yeah, I
him in
got
the
that shit
club.
in the club too. I got that shit too.
Okay.
I got that shit too. Trust me, I got it. I got it all, nigga. I got all of that shit. I got all of that shit, nigga. You can't hide shit from Killer B, motherfucker. I got all that shit. I got the shit with his dad and shit, dressed in drag, everything, nigga. I got
Oh
all that
word.
shit. Hell yeah, I got all that shit, nigga. You know, like the Japanese geishas, you know, like the
Yeah.
Japanese ladies that be having the fans and shit. His dad was dressed up like that. Yup. And I got this nigga on a
Damn.
Father's Day, not wearing no fringes, hugging up with the nigga. I'm fucking real. But to tell another member that they can't go see their dad because they dad gay, or they can't go celebrate no Father's Day, none of that shit. They'll tell the members that shit,
Right.
but here they is doing the shit. Like Tahar
Oh,
got caught.
straight cult.
Yeah,
That's a cult leader.
yeah, Aria got caught doing it too. Sitting there on Christmas and shit. Aria and Tahar got caught at Toys R Us with the goddamn Christmas kit, with the Christmas wrapping in the goddamn cart, nigga.
Damn.
Tell me they ain't some shit.
Damn.
Got caught with the Christmas wrapping in the
Oh
goddamn cart.
shit.
It wasn't just like that
Damn.
nigga could have just said, "Oh, I was just picking up some toys for this little nigga and shit." Like, right? No, them niggas had the goddamn gift wrapping paper in the motherfucking cart, nigga. Niggas caught them motherfuckers. Caught them.
Oh man. Damn. Damn.
Yup, that's a
Damn. That
goddamn
is
shame.
bad.
That's
Yep.
bad, yo.
That is bad. That one right there. That's bad.
Hell yeah, that shit bad, yo.
That.
They got we
Oh
got
my
pictures.
god.
I got a picture of Tahar at a goddamn New Year's party with the goddamn new Happy New Year hat on.
Mm.
Yup, with the Happy New Year shit on the table, and they got the hats on and everything. Can't put shit by Mr. Killer
And
B,
then in
but I'm
class will
on it.
tell you that they don't celebrate.
Yeah, and here they is doing it. I remember I'm in
Them is the
IUIC, right? They telling us we got to keep the law. We got to keep the laws of the land. We got to keep the law of the Most High. All this shit, right? We getting out of class, right? Here come Lava Car and his BMW truck and shit, doing like a $120 and shit on the highway on the way back. I said, I thought we supposed to be keeping the law, nigga. Yo, this nigga Shem used to be so mad at me, yo. I used to stay on these niggas' heads when I was in fucking IUIC. I was like, I
you
thought
know
we
they
supposed
don't
to be
like when
keeping
you
the law.
talk.
Why we got all these fucking clothes? Huh?
They don't like when you. They don't like when you talk.
Hell no, they don't like when I talk. Hell motherfucking no, they don't like that shit, nigga. I used to be on their heels, nigga. I'd be on their heels, nigga, straight up. I'd be like, all right, we supposed to be keeping the law, right? Why we ain't got no fire extinguisher in the building? We got a kitchen. I almost burned my hand one day because I was help cleaning up. You know those sterno cans that like you put like
Yeah,
underneath like a tray of food. Like they have a banquet, they got the little cans and shit
yeah.
that you light
And
up
they
and
got the
shit.
little fire
And
in
they
it
got
to
that
keep
blue.
it warm,
Yeah.
to
They
keep
had
the
that blue
food warm.
flame and shit, right? I went and grabbed that shit and throw it in the garbage. Man, that shit burned the dog shit out of my motherfucker. Cause you couldn't see
Damn,
the
because you
flame
ain't
because
know,
that
you
blue
didn't
flame.
even know it was still hot. Damn.
Yeah. Like this shit was still lit. Fuck hot. That motherfucker was still lit. Cause they had that blue flame. You couldn't see the flame. Like, so I grabbed the shit and went to throw it in the trash. Now this shit was in the basement of a big apartment building in the Bronx. That shit could have caught on fire. I could have threw it in there, walked out the room, didn't pay no attention, and that shit would have had the whole goddamn building on fire. Would have burned everybody else up in that motherfucker. I said, why we ain't
Yeah.
got no fire extinguisher? By law, we got a kitchen in here. We by law you supposed to have a fucking fire extinguisher. The fire exit, right? Yo, some dude got kicked out of his crib. I wonder why, right? Had all his clothes. You know how a bitch kick a nigga out. He got on them goddamn garbage bags full of clothes and shit, right? They got them
Right.
all piled at the back door in front of the fire exit. I said, I thought we supposed to be keeping the law. Why is all these motherfucking bags? We got like fucking 20 garbage bags of clothes in front of the fire exit. So if there's a fire, how are we supposed to get out of here? We supposed to climb over all these fucking clothes?
You know, if it's closed and you set a fire, that's a bad move. Because they're going to track the fire to burn even more.
Lamb legs and shit like that, right? I'm like, nigga, the scriptures don't say we supposed to have some chopped up lamb. The scriptures say we supposed to have that motherfucker whole. We supposed to have a whole lamb to cook for Passover. I said, I thought we
Right.
followed the law. I thought we followed the law. Them niggas was so mad at me, nigga. I used to start so much shit in there. I used to start so much shit in that motherfucker, yo. And just be sitting there, like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, I thought we supposed to be following the law. And them niggas be mad as fuck. But now they got to go to leadership with that shit. And yeah, tell them niggas I said it, motherfucker. Because the leaders and shit been in the shit just as long as I have. So I'm the elder to these niggas. Like, even though I'm just in the class with these rest of these little niggas and shit, I've been in the schools with these niggas all my life. Like, not all my life, since I've been an Israelite. Like, one of the deacons and shit, nigga, that nigga the same age as me. We've been in the shit the same amount of years. Yup, that shit is crazy, yo. Get the fuck out of here with dumb shit, man. Nigga sitting there teaching class, the day used to try to like fucking embarrass me and shit in class, right? Sabbath class. I'd be in there asleep. I used to go to the Sabbath thing to teach like on the Sabbath. Man, I ain't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. I was going there just to eat the motherfucking food, nigga. Cause the niggas that go to camp, that the sisters will cook the food when they have all the food, like the
Yeah,
sandwich. It'll be sisters
exactly.
doing it be cooked.
Right.
It'd be all the sandwiches and shit. And it'd be like early Saturday morning and shit. I ain't got shit to do, motherfucking like shit. I'm going to camp and shit. All I'm gonna do is stand there anywhere fucking way for a couple hours and shit. So I go there and I eat all the goddamn food and shit and get that itis. Now know when class start, I'm asleep. And don't give a fuck either. Nobody better not wake my ass up either. I be in that motherfucker slump. And Nathaniel call on me and like, your gad. You know the answer and shit. I be like, nah, and go right back to sleep. You know, a normal motherfucker would jump up and try to answer and shit, even though he didn't hear what that nigga said and shit. Would try to answer or look like he might know the answer or play it off and shit. I didn't even play that shit off, nigga. I wake up, I be like, nah, I don't know that shit. Just go back to sleep. The niggas being there just shaking their head and shit. I wouldn't give a fuck. I just go right back to sleep. Yup. Like, nigga, you ain't embarrassing me, nigga. Can't you see I don't even care, nigga? I like, you know, all you niggas is fake. You know, all you niggas is phony. This shit you teaching, we wasn't raised on these teachings, niggas. You just made these motherfucking scriptures up, nigga. You made these doctrines up. The fuck out of here. None of our asses was
They
taught
were
this shit back in the
influenced. They were influenced
day.
by the white Jews. They
What it
were.
was, they tried to change the doctrine.
Yeah, they were influenced by the white Jews.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I ain't
All of them
making it
since the
up. I'm
beginning.
telling you straight up. Yeah,
Yeah, since the beginning. They helped them
yeah,
start
from the
the
beginning.
commandment keepers. The commandment keepers were started by the white Jews. They funded them.
Exactly.
The white Jews gave them the
Exactly.
money to start that shit. Yup.
Yeah.
You right. You right. You right. Yup. Sit there in my face and shit. Go right to sleep on the motherfuckers. Yeah, mad at the motherfucker, boy. He think he gonna like embarrass me so nobody else will fall asleep and shit like me and shit. Like shit, I ain't give a fuck. Nigga, go right to sleep.
Well, you know that's what they will try to embarrass you,
Yeah. They embarrass me.
humiliate you, yeah, everything, yeah.
And then at the end of the Sabbath, right? Before they even could say the goddamn prayer, the Hennessy bottles hit the deck and shit. Now all the niggas is drunk and now everybody want to sweat Nathaniel. These niggas will have a big circle of chairs, right? And have Nathaniel there and they all be around Nathaniel, listen to what he got to say. Like the whole congregation, like all the dudes and shit, right? I be the only one sitting outside the circle. They be like 20 motherfuckers and shit, like, right? Sitting in the circle around Nathaniel. And I'll be on the outside. I'll be the only motherfucker on the outside of the circle. Just looking
Right.
weird. And he always be looking at me and shit. Like, why this nigga ain't sweating me like the rest of these motherfuckers? Oh,
Hmm.
that shit be crazy, yo. Yeah, but let me get up out of here and shit. As long as it's midnight and stuff.
All right, man. Yeah,
Off
'cause
too
it's
long.
getting late.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Nice talking, man. We gonna
All
we
right,
gonna
that's
talk
love to
again,
you too.
bro.
Yep. All
All
right,
right,
man. I'll
man.
talk to you. Yep. Have a go.
One.
Yep. All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys like to donate to the channel and to make donations, and I'll add your name to the supporters list that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. So you get your shout out every time I go live. Um, Also, I'll do a personal thank you video for you for every donation. Well, not every donation you make, but your first donation you make. But I appreciate follow up donations, all that shit too. So yeah, if you guys want to support me and stuff, you can do that. I'll put you on the list there, scrolling at the bottom. And you know what I'm saying, give you a thing. At least I'm giving y'all niggas something. Some motherfuckers take y'all money and just take y'all money and shit. Don't even say thank you and shit. At least that's my way of giving you something for your donation. Right? That's my little gift to you. Personal video and your name at the bottom of this goddamn screen. So with that, y'all, I'm up out of here. I'm Killer B the Witchfinder General. And I'm out, y'all. Peace. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button.